What's up guys, it's rehsuR's here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do some of the retakes I do in my videos. I'm going to start from easy retakes to one of the hardest ones I do. So the most basic retake probably would be the side jump. All you do is place a ramp, a cone on your head, jump, and land. So what you want to do is, as you see, like once my foot leaves the ramp, you jump, and you will always land on top of your ramp. This is a good way to know like when to jump if you're having trouble landing the side jump. A way to use this retake would be, for example, placing two walls, side jumping, and doing a 180. That's simple. It's pretty effective since you can catch your opponent off guard. Another retake I want to show you guys is, I'm sure all of you have seen the face sway 90 where you hit it like this, go like this, and it's pretty cool, right? Well, if you've ever done this retake or fought someone that's doing this retake, you would know that it's held up by one edited cone, which is this one. See, it's super weak. So what I do, instead of a face sway retake or face sway 90, I just do that. So what I'm doing is I'm placing a cone floor, editing it like this, so I can't get shot. And I place a wall here, and a cone on my head, and then I do the retake. Now what this does is it gives it more support, so instead of it being held by one, it's held by two. It doesn't sound like much, but it's like the difference from getting shot out and not. Another good retake that is probably one of the easiest ones to do and most effective is just, I'm sure you guys watch me do this before. You go like this, and you just land on top of your ramp like that, do a 180. So what I'm doing is I'm spamming walls, place a cone floor. You don't have to place this cone, you can place walls, but I place a cone and I flick my mouse and do a 180. So the reason why I don't do it like this, where I place the walls and then do a 180 that way, is because doing it like this, I get this wall right here, which is like a high wall. So essentially you're going from right here to basically up there. Instead of going like this, I'm so used to the other one. Instead of going like this, and you're not really protected when you land, I go like this and do a high wall, mid-air, but that's obviously harder. So most of the retakes I do are pretty high sense. So if you don't have high sense and you're gonna try these out, chances are you're probably not gonna get them down quickly. Another retake I want to show you is this one. So you've seen this retake, the face sway 90. This is my variation of it. I go like this. I don't place a wall. I actually turn around, place a wall here, place two walls. So I swing like this, and I place two walls again, and then a ramp on my head. And what this does is, essentially, you're doing a 90 instead of a face sway 90. You're more protected, so you're less likely to get shot. It's a little more, I don't know, difficult, but it's definitely more effective and you won't get shot as much. This right here, you can do it infinite times and you probably won't get shot. Like, you do it with a ramp or anything you like. Usually I do it with just the phone edit like this because you're most effective, but you could do it with the ramp if you want. One of the retakes that are good are infinite. So let's say this right here, this is an infinite retake, which means you can do it infinite amount of times. And what it does is, when you start the retake, people usually are thinking you're ramping, right? But you're essentially ramping like this. So you're one layer higher. So when you actually go for height, you only have to do 190 instead of 2, which saves you time and you're less likely to get shot. But that one's also pretty hard to learn. I'll show you how to do it right now. So you can do it both ways. If you want to do it this way, you can. So what I'm doing is, as I jump, I'm looking this way and doing a circle motion while spamming my floors and my ramps. So, or spamming my floors. So, spam floors, spam walls, floors, and then a ramp. And you would get boosted on your ramp almost all the time. Next retake is one if like your opponent likes, I don't know, keeping height on you, likes to keep 2 stories above you and just crank a 90 like this every time you go for a retake. So what I do to counter this is I do this retake, because this right here, okay, this right here is basically infinite 90s, technically. It's not like the other infinite where you're only one layer up. This infinite is you actively doing 90s. I'd only recommend this if you just want to get height quickly. Do it like a couple of times so it doesn't catch on. Yeah, you could also pair it up with that retake if you want. It's pretty good. So you go like this, and then edit that, do that retake. You just keep doing this retake until you are up. And then kill him, I guess. Well, now I'm gonna start getting into like the really hard retakes. So yeah, this retake is pretty easy. For me at least. Takes a couple hours of practice to learn it, but once you get it down, it's actually pretty easy. It's not that click intensive. So one of the harder retakes I like to do is where I go like this and I do a side jump. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm triple editing like this, doing a faceway 90, and after that 90 I'm doing a side jump. So I go like this, I edit this wall, I do a faceway 90, and instead of editing like this, I'm holding my A key, so my foot is off the ramp, and then I'm jumping. So what it looks like is this. It's pretty fast, and it'll actually work like a faceway 90 and a side jump combined in 1 second. You do get jump fatigue after the jump, so just keep that in mind when you're doing the side jump, because side jump will be a little rough when you're landing. But yeah, one of the hardest side jumps I've learned was this one. I'm pretty sure I'm not max height. where I go like this. See, I can't even do it. Where I go like this. The reason why it's so hard is you're essentially doing infinite 360s, because you're going here, you're doing this, going here, and then like, I don't know. It's harder to do it like from the left side instead of the right. So I mess up more when I'm going left hand. Let me see, alright, yeah, there we go. I did it there, but you can tell it's really hard to do. So what I'm doing is I'm placing walls here. I place a cone before I jump, and as I jump, I'm placing walls and landing on my ramp. Like that. And then I'm placing 2 walls here and just doing it for the other side. It's pretty hard to get the timing down, and you kind of have to place your ramp really fast. Like the second you place your walls, you want to place your ramp so you get it down like this. It's pretty insane. Let me show you what it looks like for your opponent. So this is what it's gonna look like when you're doing it against them. They cannot see you at all. They just don't have an angle, and then you have height over them. Alright, that's pretty much all the retakes I'm gonna show you today. Hope you enjoyed them, and hope you will actually learn some of them, maybe all of them. Become a PG warrior like me. Goodbye.